Hello everyone, my name is Gage Jones and I take a computer and software engineering class here at CLI. Today we'll be diving into the basics of user commands, specifically for Ubuntu. In this tutorial we'll be covering essential commands for managing users on your system, so let's get started. To open the terminal, you're just going to push Ctrl-Alt-T, and then on your keyboard you're going to type "Who am I?" and it should tell you your name. And then after that, so we're going to start by putting ls and entering, and it will have all of these directories. So after that, we're going to be pressing ls-a, and it will show all of your hidden files that were originally shown up here. So after that, we will be doing cd and then the directory. So we're going to be doing documents, and then you can push a tab after you have enough of the letters and it'll fill it in for you, and then it'll open that directory, and as you can see, it's right here. So, and if you want to get back out of the directory, you just type in cd and then nothing after it, and it'll take you back. So in this case, we're going to want to be in documents, so we're just going to open it up again, and then now we're back in documents. So now we're going to type in pwd, and it will tell you exactly where you're at. So that's another way to know where you're at. So in this case, we're in our home directory, in our name, and in documents. And after that, we will be making a new directory. So we're going to be doing mkdir. Ooh, if I don't do it wrong. And after we do that, we will be typing in the directory, and in this case we're going to do employee, so y-e, and after that it should be there, and then to test it we can just do cd that and fill it in, and now what we're going to be doing is doing touch, and we will be naming it West Branch, so West Branch, and you cannot have a space or it won't work. So this time we're not going to need that. And then to open it, we're going to be doing nano, and then typing in our file name, so this, and if you did it right, it should pop up just like that. To get out of this, you're just going to push Control and X, and you'll be out of it. And if you ever want to remove any of these, for removing the employee directory, we're just going to do rmdir and then the directory name, so in this case employee, and it'll remove it. And for the file, if you want to remove that, you just type in rm and then the file name, so in this case West Branch, but we don't want to do that right now. So now you can type in cat and then West Branch, and after you do that, it should not pop up anything, and the reason is because there is nothing inside West Branch to view, so it won't say anything. So let's say we were to let's open it again, and once it's open, let's just say for now, employees in the West Branch, and after that we're just going to push Control X and then Y because we want to keep it there, and then we're just going to leave the file name as it is. And now if we do cat West Branch, it should say that. So yeah. So as you can see, we spelled West Branch wrong. So what we're going to do is MV West Branch, because that's what we named it as. And after we do that, we're just gonna, after we type in the old name, we're going to and now we're going to type in our new name, which is West Branch. And now if you do nano, if you type in nano and then tab, it should type it right, and when you do that, it should open like that. So now it should work, and that's how you rename things. Now when you push Control L, it'll shift all your code up, so now it looks a lot cleaner. And now our next code we're going to be doing is xdg-open, and then we're going to do west branch, and it should open it. Yep. And this is a different way to open it. It's so you open it through the where it's coming from, so like the file location, rather than opening it in your terminal. So that's another way to do it. But in this case, we're just going to open it in here. So what we're going to do is, now we're just going to type in nano and then west branch, because we're just going to edit it in the terminal for this time. And now we're going to start putting in some code. So let's get started with that. What we will be doing is adding 10 employees here. So what you're going to do is, let's say Tom Brady, for example. So we're just going to type in it like this. So that's it. You just do that 10 times. So I'll get started on that, and I'll be back when I'm done with it. Now that we have finished writing all of this in there, we're going to simply push Control X, and it'll ask you if you want to save, and yes, I do. And then we're just going to leave it as it is. So just press enter, and now we are back here. I also put more than 10 names because I want to show you guys this. So if you want to see the first 10 lines of that, you're just going to type in head, and then in our case west branch, but whatever you named your file, and it should show up like this. And then if you want the last 10 lines, you're going to do the same thing but with tail, and then west branch in our case, and it'll do the last 10. As you can see, there is a little bit of a difference because I added more than 10 names. So now that that is there, we can now do add a group, which we're simply going to do group add. So actually we have to add sudo first and then group add, and after that we're just to type in the name of it. So let's do, and this is going to be specialized to you, but in our case we're just going to do 3 random ones. So for one, we're going to do task masters. So, and you cannot have any spaces, so we're going to be doing task masters, so we want to make sure there's no spaces. So let's just do an underscore instead, and masters. And now that we have that, we just type in our password, and you won't see it being typed in, but it is. And then we're just going to add 2 more, so same thing, add, and this time we're going to do visionary crew, and make sure there's no spaces, and enter. And we're going to do one more, sudo group add, and then this time we're going to do impact innovators, and enter. And now it should have 3 groups, and the way you can check is we're just going to type in get int group, and as you can see, it is all right here. So it did work. And now what we are going to do is Now we're going to add all of the users for the people we made. So what we're going to do is sudo add user, and then it needs to be all lowercase and no spaces for the username. And you're gonna put the username right here. So in this case, we're just gonna do T Brady and enter. And then I'll say all this. And then we're just gonna put a password. In this case, we're gonna do 123 just to keep it simple. 123. And then you can retype it. It will say it's a bad password, but it'll still let you. And it should work. Here, let me type it in again. Yep, it did work. And now we're just gonna type in their full name. So this one can't have spaces just because it's just their name. It doesn't really affect it. And then we're just gonna skip all of this. And then to Y, and you're all good. And so next, and we're just gonna keep doing that for all of the users. Now that we did all of that, what we're going to do for all of them is do sudo user mod, and then we're gonna do that a dash a capital G, and then the group name for what you're going to add that person to. So in this case, we will be doing task underscore masters, because that's one of our groups. And then we're going to type in the username, which is Tom Brady. So we're just going to do T Brady and enter. Wait, so T Brady. Sorry, I was on it. And then enter, and it should have added him. So now I'm only going to do 3 of them for now. So next we will be doing the same thing. So you can just push your up arrow to get the previous one, but this time we're going to delete all of this, and then we're going to do visionary crew, and then the name of our person, which is and it has to be your username, just so you know. And it should work. And now we're gonna do that one more time. So, but this time for the impact one. So impact underscore innovators. And then the last person we're going to do, which in my case will just be the username E and Rodriguez. And after that, it should work. And a way to know if it worked is now we can do the getEnt command, and it should list everything. Oh, if I spell it right. And now, as you can see, it has it all right here, and at the end of each one, it'll say T Brady, L Bennett, and E Rodriguez, and that's how you do that. And that's how you add it from here to there. And now, if you want to change a person to a different group, what you're going to do is sudo user mod, and this time instead of AG you're just gonna do G, and then group name. So and in this case we're just going to change Tom Brady into the other one, so we're going to put him in visionary crew. So visionary underscore crew, and then type in his username, so to you Brady, and after that we can just do the get and group, and as you can see, to you Brady was switched, and that's how you do that. Now we're going to go into networking. So what we're going to do is push Control L, and it should clear it. Don't worry if you need to go back, it's still there. It just clears it so it looks nicer. Now that we have done all that, we are going to start doing all of the networking. So we're going to start with IP, ADDR, and show. So IP, ADDR, and then show. What this will do is open this, and this is a displays the network interface information. So that's all this. The next thing you can do is ping. So let's say you want how fast you can get a response. So ping, and then let's just do Google for now. And as you can see, it'll just keep doing this and how fast it takes for you to reach the Google servers. And after that, to stop, we're just gonna simply press. So we're just gonna push Control C and it will stop it. And now we are going to do so we're gonna do sudo. In my other video, we went all over all the sudo apt and then update upgrade stuff, so that's in a different video. If you would like to see that, I will be able, if you go to my YouTube channel, you should be able to find it. And now we're going to do net stat and then 2ln. Oh, okay, 1 second. Oh, so for this to work, what we're going to do is sudo apt install and the net tools and that's what you need to do if you want to be able to do the net start one. So now that we have that downloaded, if you do it, the same thing. So actually we're just gonna use up arrow to get back to it, and now if we do it, it should work. And lastly, we're going to be doing uptime. Just type in uptime, and we should be all good. And yep, and that will just say how long your system's been up. So that's all of the command line interface stuff you can do as a user using Linux. And as you can see, when you let's close this real quick. Now when you sign out, so let's quickly just log out. Well, let's just switch user, for example. Now you can see that there are all these names. So hopefully this video helped you, and have a great rest of your day.